Hello everyone, hello students. I'm Miss Jennifer D'Souza and I will be teaching you about commercial studies. So even before we start with the first chapter, we will go into the main concept of commercial studies, that is commerce. Children, what is commerce? Commerce is basically trade. Trade means buying and selling of goods and services. Yes, from the producer, it goes to the final consumer. How does this process work? Okay, the goods get produced and then they go to the warehouse, they go to the retailer, and then it goes to the final consumer. In this process, when people buy and sell goods and services, the consumer pays money, pays for those services. So in exchange, what does a businessman get? He gets money. He gets a salary, he gets rent, he gets a profit, and this in turn helps the economy of the country. When the country's economy increases or decreases, that is related because of commerce. So economics and commerce goes hand in hand. So a country's economic growth is because of the commercial activities. Now moving on further, children, we all have chosen the subject of commercial studies. Some people might say, I'm not good at science, I'm not good at maths, so let me just opt for the subject. It is absolutely not like that, because there is a wide scope when you go into the field of commerce, and if you want to study further, what can you all become? You can either become a chartered accountant, a chartered financial analyst, a company secretary, a loan executive officer. You can get into human resource, be a human resource manager, a certified financial planner, an economist, and a venture capitalist. In all these professions, okay, this all these professions deal with money, deals with finances. So this is all about the introduction of commerce and how you need to plan out your career with commercial studies. So children, our first chapter for commercial studies is commercial and non-commercial activities. So under this, our first topic is human activity. Before going on to human activity, what does our title mean? What does commercial and non-commercial activities mean? Activity is simply anything that we do. Now, but how is it related to commercial and non-commercial? Commercial is anything that we do for money. Non-commercial is something that we do not do for money. We just do it for self-satisfaction. So, under this, our first topic is human activity. Now, what is human activity? The definition is all the activities undertaken by human beings. Now, who are human beings? Obviously, they are not animals like dogs, cats. They are people like us, men, women, and children. So, we are humans. So, all the activities that we do, all the work that we do to satisfy our wants and needs are called human activities. Now, what does that mean? I get up in the morning, I go for a walk. I am tired, I go to sleep. I feel like going for a jog. I feel like running. I feel like going and eating an ice cream. Today, I feel like partying. I have to get up in the morning to go to work as a responsibility. So all these are activities. Anything that we do from morning to night is an activity. So this, in simple terms, human activity is anything and everything that we do from the time we get up in the morning till the time we sleep in the night. So this is human activity. What else we know about human activity? We know that to do any activity, we need to put in an effort, obviously. If we have to get up and eat our food, we need to get up. We need to make an effort to get up. We need to go in the kitchen We need to take the food in the plate. So this is, each and every step is an activity that we do. So we need to put in an effort. Now, this process is a continuous process which goes throughout our life till the time we die. We keep on doing our activities, we keep on conducting our activities. That is why it's called a continuous process. Now, what are the three other words for continuous? It can be unending. So human activity can be unending. Unending means never ending. Our activities never end throughout our life. It's unlimited in nature. Unlimited can be infinite. In the sense, today I feel like just going for a party. Tomorrow I feel like sitting and studying. Tomorrow I want a new dress. Day after tomorrow I want something else. Our wants, our needs keep on changing, and they are unlimited. There is no limit for it. And the next one is reoccurring. So recurring or reoccurring means continuous. Like today I get up in the morning, I eat my breakfast, I have lunch in the afternoon, I have dinner in the night, I go to sleep. The next day I have the same process, maybe a little bit different, but the main process is the same. So it's a continuous process. So it is unending, it's unlimited, it's recurring or reoccurring. They are the same words. Now, the motive of human activities is either to earn money, which is an economic activity, or you call it a commercial activity, or for personal satisfaction. That is a non-economic activity or a non-commercial activity. These are the two reasons why we perform our activities. Now, and the other thing is, it has a wide range in the sense, one person may be a cricketer, he loves to play cricket. One person loves to play football. So there is a wide range of activities that each human being has. We all have different qualities. So we perform different activities as per our lifestyle. Next, we move on to types of human activities. So as we just pointed out here, types of human activities is the same like this: economic activity or non-economic activity. Economic activity, the other word for economic activity is commercial activity or a non-commercial activity. So we will see the points of distinction, and that's how we will study about commercial and non-commercial activity for a better understanding. Yes. Now, children, when we talk about the distinguish or the distinction between these two differences, that's how we will learn the topic. First is the objective. What is basically commercial activity? Commercial activity is anything that we do to earn a living or to acquire wealth. Anything that we do for a profit purpose. In the sense, I do an activity, I do some work so that I can get something in return in terms of money. Okay, for a businessman, it can be profit. For a professional, it can be fees, and for an employer or employee, it can be in terms of salary. So, what is a non-commercial activity? Non-commercial activity could be something sentimental. We do it out of our sentiments, okay, out of an emotional bond. Like I take care of my mother because I love her, not because I would get something in return. I would get some profit, I would get some money. Next is expectation. In a commercial activity, what do we expect? We expect money, we expect income, we expect something in return for our activities, for the work that we do. For non-commercial activity, we do not expect anything in return. We do not expect any money. We do not expect any favors in return. The next is relationship. Commercial activity is directly related to income or wealth. We do it because we want the money. So it is directly related to income or wealth. Non-commercial activity, since as we do it out of our sentiments, we do not expect anything in return. So it's not related to income or wealth. Now, the measurement of income. How do we measure income? In a commercial activity, the result of our business, that is, if I start a business of chocolates, I would want a profit for it. So I weigh my business in terms of profit. If I get the profit, means my business is running good, means that is the actual motive of running my business. So it is measured in terms of money. Non-commercial activity is not measured in terms of money because I do it willingly out of love. Logic. What is a logic? Logic means the thinking. Yes. So the logic for commercial activity is considering things rationally regarding cost and profit. So whatever I do for my business, I plan it accordingly so that I get a profit. Like as I said, if I open a business of chocolates, I would kind of get all the materials at a profitable rate, and I will sell it at a considerably higher rate so that I get a profit. So I accordingly use all my resources, all the limited resources so well, but I try to get a better profit out of it, a better benefit out of it. Non-commercial activity, considering things that we do it emotionally, we are not bothered about profit or loss. Now, the resource that we use for commercial activity. As I said, we use everything, whatever resources that we use. Resources are whatever things that we use to run our business, our profession. Yes, we do it in a way that we get maximum benefit out of it. We use it in a maximum possible way. Non-commercial activity, we are not again worried about the resource. We just do it generously. So it really doesn't matter. So we just use it willingly. Now, examples of business, examples of commercial activity would be, they are divided into three: business, profession, and employment. Yes, these are the three parts. And non-commercial activity would be family oriented. We are more concerned about a family, or we go to the temple, a religious act, a social act of giving people something, charity, a cultural act like, performing for a festival, and something to do for the nation, patriotism. More other examples in terms of profession would be production and distribution of goods and services. For commercial activity, we produce and we distribute goods, so that is a part of a commercial activity. Services of a lawyer, this would be more on a professional basis. So services of a lawyer gives his services so that he gets some fees. So a commercial activity. A teacher working in a school, again a commercial activity. A government employee, again a commercial activity. For non-commercial activity, it could be something got to do with the house, like cooking, taking care of a family, praying in the temple, a morning walk, anything that you love to do. So this is the distinguish between commercial and non-commercial activity, or you can say economic or non-economic activity. So students, even before we go ahead with the next topic, that is the characteristics of economic activity or commercial activity, once again, I will revise what is economic or commercial activity. Firstly, we discussed about human activity, that is anything that we do, any work that we do throughout the day is human activity. Human activity is divided into two parts. One is economic activity or commercial activity, and the other one is non-economic activity or commercial or non-commercial activity. We, throughout this entire book, we are only concerned with economic activity or commercial activity. Now, what is economic activity? Anything that we do to gain money, to gain profit, or as we give our services, we do an activity to get money in return is economic activity or commercial activity. Anything which we do not do with the intention to gain money or profit, we do it out of love, out of concern, out of emotions, is non-economic activity. Now, we move on to the characteristics of economic activity or commercial activity. The first characteristic is economic motive. Economic motive is basically a human activity which is undertaken to earn money or acquire wealth or profit. As I just mentioned, the main key of economic activity is to earn money. Yes, and then I save that money, I make jewelry, I make a house for myself, I get many other luxurious things. So, acquire wealth. So, the intention is to earn profit. The second economic activity is productive. What does productive mean? It involves production, distribution, and exchange of goods and services to satisfy human wants. Yes, so if I have to start a business, I need to produce something which I can satisfy my customers. So I produce chocolates, then I distribute them, yes, to the warehouse, to the retailers, to transportation. All these things are involved for distribution, and then these goods or services are exchanged and it reaches the final consumer who is satisfied, who in turn gives me money or my salary or my wages for the same. Third is economic resource. What is the economic resource? The resources would be something like land, labor, um, capital. Capital is again money. In commercial terms, we use the word capital. So we use the money to run my business. If I have to start the business of chocolates, I need to have surplus capital. With that capital, according to what business I need to run, I take a land which is suitable for my business, and I accordingly take the labor, that is manpower or machinery, and I start my economic business so that I can improve my business, I can expand my business, and that in turn, since I get money or profit for it, that will be an economic resource, and it will help the economy of the of me, of my country. Next is rational use. Rational is again with a mind thinking. That is, I think carefully. So my economic resources are used carefully. I don't waste them, because if I waste them, I might not get the profit that is required. Yes. So I try to use the minimum resources and make maximum use of it. Yes. So I use them for my benefit. I make the product with minimum resources and I make the maximum use of it, in the sense I try to make a finished product which I can sell in the market and earn double the money that I spent on them. So what else we have here? So the economic resources are used carefully in the best possible way so as to get maximum output. Output would mean profit, benefits, okay, from the scarce resources, which turn increases the welfare of the society. Again, I get money, so the economy increases, the standard of living increases, and that helps my country's economy as well. Economic growth. Now, what is economic growth? Economic activity which determines, means it shows the level of economic development and the standard of living of the citizens. As I just explained in the earlier point, if I get a profit, my standard of living increases, people's standard of living increases because they get good product. That in turn, because of the money exchange in the country, it helps in the economic growth of the country as well as the people. Now, legal and valid. Any economic activity, any business that I do needs to be legal and valid. If I do something which is fraudulent, which is not as per the laws, like gambling, any unlawful activities like black marketing would be, I keep things stored, okay, in my shop, and though I have it, I don't sell it to people. I tell them it's over, and when there are scarcity of resources, I sell it at an exceptional price, how it is happening today. Today, due to the COVID-19, there are so many resources, so many things which are so expensive, they are highly priced. So that is called black marketing. Theft, robbery also is illegal. So that is not considered as a business activity. So legal and valid. It needs to be legal and valid. Socially desirable. Yes, what the society wants. Desire is what a person wants. So it has to be as per the society's expectations. If my society today wants good filtered water, I, as a businessman, would give him that product, would probably produce Pureit or any other machinery from which I can give him that kind of purified water. So I am living up to the expectations of the society. So this is called as socially desirable. Next, we move on is to the types of commercial activities, yes, or which is also known as occupation. The other word for commercial activities or economic activities is occupation. Occupation is basically the work that we do. So commercial activities is divided into three types. One is business, one is profession, and one is employment. I will explain it better with a distinguish between all three of them. So if you look at the definition, what is business? Business is an economic activity which is concerned with the production and the exchange of goods and services with the object to earn money. Again and again, students, I'm repeating this. Business is basically, I start a business, I produce the goods, okay, or I give services to the people, yes, with the intention of earning money. Money is profit. So that is business. What is a profession? An occupation which is an economic activity where one applies his or her specialized knowledge and skills to earn a living is called a profession. So I basically become an expert by being a doctor. So I study, and I become a doctor. Okay, so I have to do the possible courses, undergo a lot of examination, okay, to do my MBBS and further studies, and I get the certificate to practice my uh, doctor skills. So this is what is profession and occupation, which is an economic activity. All these three are economic activity where I get a specialized knowledge and skill, and I earn a living. Yes, I get my fees in return for treating my patients. Employment. What is employment? This is also an economic activity where people work for others. I work for a company. I work under an employer. Employer is my boss. So I work under him. So I become an employee. Yeah. So an employee is the person who works under an employer. So with the intention that I work for him and I get a salary every month, or after 15 days, that depends on the company. So I earn a salary. Yes. Now the main objective of business is to earn profit. So I get money in terms of profit. Yes. For profession, it is to render services. Okay, I give my services as a doctor to treat my patients. I give my services as a lawyer by fighting for the cases of my clients. Yes, so I render services, so for which I get my fees. And here, um, for employment, for the work that I do for the company, I get my wages or my salary. A minimum qualification. What would the minimum qualification be? Okay, for a business, you don't need any formal education. Okay, you want to start a business, you need to have the money, you need to have expertise knowledge on how you will run your business. That is more than enough. Okay, here for a profession, you need specialized knowledge and training. Yes, so as I said, you need to do a lot of studies. If you are a lawyer, you need to be specialized in all the laws. You need to study, you need to be certified by the education department, and accordingly you become a specialized person where you can practice your doctorate or your lawyer's degree. So a lot of training is required. For an employment, you do not you require a qualification depending upon your job. You do not require a specific qualification. Qualification would differ depending on the work that you do and the company that you join. Next is investment. You need a certain amount of capital to start your business. Okay, you just cannot start with nothing. So you need money is very essential to start your business. Here you would need limited amount of capital because you just need to set an office. So you don't need a huge amount of capital to start your office or you start a clinic. Yeah? Here, for an employment, you do not need capital as you are working for someone. Now, reward. The reward here is profit. I need to earn my profit. If I don't earn my profit, my business is not successful. So it's variable. Variable means it can change. If my business is good, I earn good profit. If it's not good, I may not earn a good profit. Here my reward is fees. Fees may vary. Sometimes I may have a lot of patients, a lot of clients. Sometimes I may not have. Okay, depending upon the season, depending upon the situation. So it may vary from time to time. Here in an employment, I get my salary every month, which is a fixed salary. So that is my reward, a wage or a salary. Okay, and this is very certain because I get it fixed every month. Risk. In business, there's a huge risk. If I undergo a loss, I lose everything. So a huge risk because everything is mine, what I put into the business. Here in profession, the risk is comparatively less because it depends on patient. So I may not sometimes, get a good amount of fees because my clients or my patients might be less, but I will not undergo a complete loss. For employment, there is no risk at all because I have to depend on the employer. Examples for a business could be a factory, a shop, transport company, a bank, a beauty parlor. Okay. And examples for a profession would be doctors, lawyers, engineers who need to have expertise, knowledge in this field. Okay. Now, what would be an example of an employee for employment? The example for employment would be a teacher working in a school. Now, here a doctor, if he's practicing on his own, having his own clinic, he would be called a professional. But there can be a doctor who is working for a hospital. So he's working for somebody. So here he comes under the category of employment. I hope, children, this is very clear to you. Let me specify on another point when it comes to commercial activities. Commercial activities also relates in three forms of utility, which will be there in the textbook, which I will be sending it to you all. That is form utility, the place where I produce my goods and I send it. That is called form utility. Yes, that is all the materials that I use, to make a finished good. So that is basically form utility. The materials that I use to prepare my finished good is form utility. Second is place utility. Place utility would be where I store my goods, where I transport my goods. That would be place utility. And next we have is time utility. Time utility would be for how long the goods are stored, for how long will I keep it in order to sell it. Yes, so these are the three forms of utilities. Yes, now something called as a beauty parlor, or a tailor or a dry cleaner is also forms of business, but they would be something called as direct services. Direct services would mean that I give my services and I directly get the money for it. I don't have to ask anyone for my services. So these were the types of commercial activities. So children, now we go to the features of profession. As we have just done on the earlier video, what is profession? A professional means or a profession means an occupation where he acquires specialized knowledge and skills and applies it to earn a living. I have a specialized knowledge, okay, where I'm certified to treat patients, so I am a doctor. Yes, so if I do not have that specialized knowledge, I will not be able to put it in practice. So I am not a professional. Okay, and how do I get my returns? In exchange, I get it in fees. Okay, the features of profession are: first is specialized body of knowledge. I must have that knowledge to practice my profession. A lawyer must have the knowledge, okay, the knowledge of law in order to practice his profession. A doctor must know must undergo different tests, different examination, rigorous years of studies, okay, into that particular profession. So I need to be specialized in that particular field. I need to know that field. Like a doctor has to be an MD or a MBBS. Okay. Now, secondly, in order to have that specialized knowledge, the formal training is required. I need to be formally trained by a group of experts. I need to go properly to a professional association where I get this formal training and I get certified. Next is restricted entry. What does restricted entry mean? It all goes hand in hand. If I am not certified, I am restricted to practice that particular profession. If I have not studied, if I do not have the specialized knowledge, if I do not go formal training, okay, my entry is restricted to practice that profession. There are still people fraudulently who kind of get these certificates and these fake doctors, but no, it is not a proper profession. It is illegal. Okay, so I just cannot get up one day and say I want to treat patients. No, that's not right. I need to have specialized knowledge, formal training. I need to be certified. So my entry is restricted. I can only enter if I have all these expertise. Next is professional association. I need to be certified through a professional association. For example, a medical professional, that is a doctor. Okay, the professional association is a Medical Council of India. I need to be certified. I need to go on the training through the Medical Council of India. For law, that is a lawyer. I need the professional association is a Bar Council of India. So I need to go through the Bar Council of India and I need to be certified. Okay. Next is service motive. Okay. What is my motive as a professional? My first motive is to serve my clients rather than economic gain. In business, I only see my profit. Okay. If I get a profit, means my business is good. But for a professional, my first motive is that I need to serve my clients rather than have economic gain. Last but not the least is the code of conduct. Code of conduct would be the professional association prepares few laws, okay, guidelines which have to be followed in order to be a professional expert. So if I do not, I do not go through that, I do not abide to those laws, I do not kind of follow the steps, then my code of conduct is not right. Okay, so I have to go through the right code of conduct for that kind of a profession. So this is all about the features of a profession. Okay, children, I have given you all a few short notes which are at the back of the textbook. Answers, I have written the answers down. You can go through that. However, there are these big short notes which will be for homework. I will be sharing the pages of the textbook so that you all can go through it. Okay, that's all for now. If you all have any questions, please message me and I will clarify them. Thank you, Shobha.